Joining us now to talk more about checkoff-funded research and how it ties to beef demand is Dr. Mandy Carr Johnson, the Executive Director of the newly renamed Science and Product Solutions Team at NCBA. Mandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kevin.
You have a really diverse team that works on a number of projects. Why don't you give us a little overview of what all you work on?
Be glad to. We do have a diverse group. It brings together our research programs, which are safety, human nutrition, product quality, and sustainability. The other part of our department brings together our culinary work and our new products and innovations team. So as a diverse group together, bringing a lot of beef market intelligence to the platform.
And I understand you have renamed your group. Tell us a little bit about the logic behind that renaming.
So the process we worked through was really to find names that would better explain what all we bring to the table. So we do still focus heavily on research, but the science part of that really better describes that it's more than just research projects. It's about taking that knowledge and putting it into peer-reviewed documents and to helpful literature for decision makers. So that is one of our pieces. The other is the product solutions. Really is a good name to encompass not only what we know from a culinary side or a recipe development and flavor profile, but also ways to make beef convenient for today's busy consumer.
Yeah, and while you've gotten rid of the word research in your title, right, as you indicate, you still do focus quite a bit on research, right?
Research is still critically important to the department, to NCBA, and to the beef checkoff. So we do still have the safety, the product quality or product enhancement, our sustainability, and our human nutrition research programs. And we still have those at a level of funding that's similar to years past, even in a time when the checkoff collections is lower than it has been before. So real strong commitment not only from NCBA, but from the producers who make those funding decisions.
That's great news to me because I think research is so critically important to keeping beef competitive in the marketplace. Tell folks a little bit about some of the research projects your team is working on even as we speak.
Sure. One of the key things in our safety area really is a focus to continue on E. coli work because that is one that's critically important, but really shifting our focus to look at the new challenges we have maybe with salmonella or antibiotic-resistant bacteria. So a strengthened focus in that area. From product quality standpoint, we know that from the beef demand determinant study that taste and quality are some of the top drivers in people wanting to choose beef. So our continued work there to make sure every eating experience is tender, juicy, and flavorful. The other piece in our human nutrition, one of the critical things we have to do is help consumers know that beef can play a role in a heart-healthy diet. Right. Maybe they didn't think that before. So continuing to develop the research that proves that so they can make good decisions. And then lastly, our sustainability program is one that's relatively new, and we have a LCA project, or a life cycle assessment project, that was just certified, and it's the most encompassing of any product there is. So continuing to get that message out about that and enhancing that information so producers can use that tool to continue to produce beef in a very sustainable way.
You mentioned beef demand a moment ago, and I'm interested, tell folks specifically what some of your team does to both protect and to build beef demand.
I think that's one of the critical things to know is these programs play both sides. It's important to protect the demand that we have now, that consumers that like to eat beef are reassured that that's a good choice, whether that's from a sustainability standpoint or a human health perspective. But also working towards, so those that may have questions about, is beef a good decision? Is it safe for my family? Is it going to be a good eating experience when I pay the price I have to pay? Right. So working on both sides to provide those that may have questions about choosing beef that evidence they need to make that purchase, whether at retail or at food service.
That's outstanding. Thank you so much for all your team is doing to help us in the beef industry.
Thank you.
To learn more about the checkoff-funded work of the Science and Product Solutions team, visit beefresearch.org, or you can visit our website at cattlemantocattleman.org.